Right, guys, don't go crazy on me. I'm going to be talking to you about applicators. You're thinking, why is this man filming everything? Because I can, and because this information needs to exist in the world, so you're getting it. So, are applicators all made the same? Absolutely not. I'm sure you already know this fact, and the fact that 99.9% of all the applicators that you see are cheap tack. So what we've decided to do, first of all, we launched our Hex Grip applicator. Now the reason for the name Hex Grip, obviously because of the hexagonal shape on the hand. Now what this does for you is, I mean, I've got quite big hands, so this fits beautifully in my hand. Now I can literally put it onto the paint and I can start to massage whatever product, whether it be a paste wax, liquid wax, cream wax. You can even technically level coatings with this, sealants, anything like that. So this, we've had this for many years. This has been a firm fan favorite because it's just of its ergonomics. It's got quite a big surface area, and because it's foam is very malleable. It can get into the small spaces, the big spaces. You can actually cover quite a large area with this applicator. Now, with our recent launch of the Microfibre package 2.0, we have decided to spice things up a little bit more. So we thought, how can we make an applicator that is a completely different construction? In this case, it's microfiber, but again, go for the top. Let's go for the best possible. So what we have done is we have took our final wipe towel. We have then ripped it to bits. We have encapsulated it around the softest piece of foam that is probably currently available in manufacture. That's how soft it is. I can literally squeeze it. It'll come back onto the same shape. Now it's got a very thick pile. This is really, really important. A lot of microfiber applicators, you've got them kind of terry style applicators, which are just really aggressive, and they only serve really one purpose. They're actually quite good for coating applications because of the thinness and the style of the weave. Now, with this is literally the softest and the most high-end applicator that you can actually buy in today's market. It's beautiful, it's very soft. Now, the beauty of this as well, the reason why we combined some of this foam with some of our final wipe towel is because people will look at this and go, it's quite big. I mean, my hands are big, so in comparison to what it can look like, you know, it's almost the same size as my hand. Well, what happens if I want to get in between the Ferrari badge, in between the slide here, or underneath a door handle? These door handles will not count because they're really strange. So like a normal door handle where you can put your hand under. Now, this is exactly why. You can do this. Look, put it into a ball and it'll disappear. So if you do want to get under a door handle, you can literally half it again if you wish. Look at that. All of a sudden you've got a tiny microfiber applicator and you can get in between the door handles. Now the way this spreads product as well, once you break the actual surface tension again, our famed YumWax, go below the normal perceptions of glossy, as they say. So there, look, I've applied a little bit. It's beautiful because you can, now I like to butterfly my wax. See, it's almost all disappeared. Now, once you break that surface tension and apply it, and you do in circles if you wish. Now, first of all, look, it's got very good malleability of the foam. So I like to put my weight down a little bit. It just spreads the applicator out a bit more, so I get actually even more surface tension. Now, when you've applied it, you can literally almost mimic a coating application. And this just allows you to really make sure the wax is on thin. Boom, sorted. And what that does for you is, again, look, the Ferrari lights. Oh, it's a bit tight up here, so obviously it's big here Otherwise, I'll be going into the front bumper, the fender, and into the bonnet, which you don't want to do, and kind of load up all the door jambs full of wax. So look, I've just halved it, and I'm in here, boom. There we go. I'm not going into any of the hard to reach areas, because once this dries and you can't get your finger in there, it's just going to look unsightly and horrible. So yeah, I've seen people who've bought these have been leveling coatings with this. They've been taking our ceramic, for example, from here, misting it and kind of applying it as if, again, to mimic a coating kind of style. This is one of the most universal things you can do with it. It's a wax applicator, sealant, coating applicator is great. Now, onto the wax hex. I thought I'd merge the two videos together. They're both fantastic, world-class applicators. One is foam, one is microfiber. Both have their own different benefits. Foam, especially open cell foam, just tends to hold the product slightly differently to microfiber. So again, you can put a line of product on here. Now, pro tip, I always like to butterfly it. So when it becomes to one line, that basically means one certain panel is not going to receive a dollop of product, in this case wax, and others isn't. So look, I've just spread it all over, so I've primed the pad, and look, I'm literally, you can hold it like this, and the weight of your hand is just literally just going to make the foam move around really nicely. Now again, if you want to get into like a tighter area, so there's some air growth here, for some better airflow, again, you can do this, almost pinch it like that, and get right up to the line, and you don't have to worry. So that's it. Now, some people only use microfiber. Some people only use foam. I tend to use a little bit of both. It depends on the application. It's always a case-by-case basis. I can't tell you I am only a certain guy or this guy. So whichever one you choose is what I'm trying to say, is you're going to have fantastic performance, which is the most important thing. You can do a bonnet of this size, or you could do the corner of this front headlight with both applicators, and they can both mash within your hand because they're all super soft. And you can actually not run into a spot where you think, I wish I had this over the other. They're both great. If I had a preference on my Lupo, for example, which is a wax-only car, realistically, I now only use this. This is because I just think the way, as you've seen it, if microfiber becomes dry, so imagine I missed out a spot here of wax, and I go to wax it like this, you won't get that foam drag onto the paint because it's microfiber. As in, you can take a microfiber towel and dry wipe an area and nothing's going to happen. If you were to have, imagine, a line of foam of this kind of width and length and put it onto the car and do that, you would have a dry drag, and this is why obviously it's advisable to pre-prime foam, mainly in polishing, but in this case we're talking about waxing. So I just feel, if you had to choose, if somebody asked me the $1 million question, which foam pad do you use? I use a microfiber. A lot of our customers have also noted with the wax hex, in terms of the hand crampon, you know those cheap UFO pack of 54-pound applicator pads with that horrible, almost like a serrated edge where they just literally heat seal them together. So you know exactly what I mean. You put them on and you try and grip them, and obviously foam drag happens there as well. And then you try and obviously not for that to happen again, because the applicator falls on the floor. You have to, you know, grip it really hard. And people experience a lot of hand cramp. Whereas with this, literally, it just fits in your hand. Even if there is a bit of foam drag, imagine, like this, there, nothing's going to happen because your hand is in a really safe position. So a lot of customers love the wax hex and they say, well, I'm never going to buy an applicator pad that's made of microfiber. That's great. Some people are on the complete opposite. So whichever one you choose, this is how slick the paint is. Look, the microfiber pad just, I mean, the foam is refusing to stay. So whichever one you choose, you're going to have a wonderful experience with it, guys. And I hope, obviously, you continue sealing your cars, waxing your cars, but this time in comfort. So hope that's explained the differences between the two applicators, and I hope you found this video informative, and I will catch you all on the next one.